Radio.
They're coming.
Fitzy and Whipper.
Their focus is extremely short.
How have I even got a job here?
On Nova.
Hello there, podcast listeners. It is Leno and Jess here from the team for a Friday pod, which means we have all the usual Friday things, riddle time, only just realised. But Jess, I thought, let's have a little bit of fun ourselves, right?
Yeah, go on.
Shall we do a shout-out off?
Sure, because I know there's been, people, they request shout-outs from all across the world, not just Sydney, not just Melbourne, Brisbane, Australia, obviously excluded Perth. No one wants a shout-out from Perth because no one's leaving Perth because of the borders.
Yes, of course.
I mean, you can now, but no one leaves Perth once they're there.
Yep.
If you're from Perth, you'll know what I'm talking about. Are you from Perth, David?
I am, yes. And in fact, my first shout-out is from Rebecca in Perth, who says, love the pod, guys, and thanks for all the great content.
That's awesome. Thanks so much, Rebecca. My shout-out comes from Ashfield, and it is from Sarah, and she said, I can't believe I share a name with someone on the show.
Oh, well done,
big
Sarah.
shout-out to Sarah
Okay,
in Ashfield.
This shout-out it comes from the very top of Europe.
Yes.
It actually comes from Scotland.
No.
Yes. Peter says, guys, I am loving the episode with Andrew Lloyd Webber. It was a very recent,
good on you,
very
Peter.
recent shout out.
I'm glad he likes that one. I just got a shout out just then on my personal Instagram. It's from Bob.
Yeah.
All the way in Antarctica. And he said, cold as ice down here, guys, but not as cold as the reception in the studio when Dan and Carolina came in. Keep up the great work. 5 stars for the pod.
That was our most downloaded pod as well. I've got a shout out. You win, Jess.
I've actually got one more shout out, and
Okay.
it comes from me, and it's Start the Podcast!
Fitzy and Whipper.
Guys, we haven't made the rich list again this year. I can't believe it. Australia's richest 250 people. Number 1. You can have a guess?
Gina
Oh,
Reinhardt.
I can't believe you've got it. Gina Reinhardt, $32 billion. $1 billion. What's your theory on this, Leno?
Well, I would just think, Whip, if I asked you, you've got $32 in your wallet.
Yeah.
And I asked for $1, you'd be like, yeah, you can have $1, Leno.
Yeah, of course you can have
I've still
$1.
got 31.
Yep.
So, Gina, can I have a bill?
Makes sense, doesn't it?
You've still got 31 bill.
Yep. One's really going to
see,
change
wait.
your life, and she won't even notice the other.
No, but wait up. That's wrong, because what if you've only got $32 in your whole existence, right? You got a family, Leno, and I've only got $32 to survive for the rest of my life, and you're asking me for $1, you scab?
Okay, how about this then?
All right.
How about 10 cents? So, Gina, can I have a mil?
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Okay.
But even then, if I'm living on the street with $32 and that's all I've got, you're still asking me for 10 cents? You're an absolute pig, mate.
Okay, 1 cent.
over it.
How about
1
10K?
All right. Gina's on the line now, Leno. Do you want to ask her?
Oh, I will.
Coming in at number 2, Twiggy Forrest, $31 billion. Anthony Pratt and the Pratt family at $27 billion. Mike Cannon-Brooks, the Atlassian boys, $26 million. Scotty Farquhar, billion. Scotty Farquhar, $25 billion. Let's talk about Melanie Perkins. Let's talk about Canva. Melanie Perkins and Canva, well, not Canva, Melanie Perkins is worth $15.89 billion. Her husband, believe it or not, who built the company with her, is worth $15.89 billion.
So, for anyone who doesn't know what Canva is, what's Canva?
Canva is a design platform, but you can use it for anything. I mean, it's developed and now you can do T-shirts and all sorts of cards. And
But did it start like a sort of elaborate PowerPoint
it did
kind of thing, and you could do it through
Spot on.
websites rather than through the software? Was
Yeah.
that the idea?
And-
And she's a uni student who designed it with the boyfriend.
Yeah, so the
'cause they
boyfriend,
needed it.
they sat on the couch and said there must be a better version or a better way of doing this.
Yeah.
And Microsoft now sit in their head office and talk about Canva because they're worried it's going to take over Adobe and all the offering and the design offering that the Adobe package includes.
Well, it seems slicker, and if it's a website, it would be easier to update
Yep.
and to keep with the times, as opposed to what Adobe have I got on my computer this week.
Fitz, it's a far cheaper way if small business also want to do their own marketing. If you want
Yeah.
to print signs, you can design your signs, have them printed through Canva. I did it the other day for an invite and I couldn't believe how good it was.
Yeah.
Like it's awesome. Like it's not going to have this level of success if it's not easy to use and functional. But that means the two of them together, $31 billion.
That's fun, isn't it?
How much fun. What would you say to her, Leno?
Fucking over Bill.
Bill still hasn't changed.
Make up for missed holidays with whatif.com this Easter.
Ocean View apartment for us, water park for the kids.
Plus, select hotels are fully refundable. Booking cancellation windows apply.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
Check government advisories before booking and travelling.
I told you that... is Clive Palmer... Can we talk about Clive Palmer? Is he on the top 10 Australian rich list?
Do you know
I think
what?
he is, Clive, for mining.
Clive doubled his wealth in the past year.
Well,
Like-
I tell you what, I reckon he's spent half of that on advertising with the United Australia Party.
Well, I think, what was it last time? He spent about $77 million, was it, on his campaign? Just on that list, Fitz, he comes in at number 7 with $18 billion.
Wow.
$18 billion. Remember what they said he was gone, he was done and dusted, he was down to a lazy 200 mil, and that was it for Clive Palmer? Bang,
Yeah.
he's back, the big guy.
Well, he spent $1 billion on advertising for this federal election coming up, that's for sure. And people have been quite creative with Clive Palmer's billboards around Australia. Well done to everybody who's graffitied those. Can we talk about... I was talking to you about the most Australian story of... the most American story of all time before. This would have to be one of the most Australian. You know when Clive pulled out of the press club and he couldn't talk because he got COVID? Remember
That's
that?
right, yeah.
He's given us an update on how close he was to dying. And we know he's not vaccinated. Or is he vaccinated? Did he get vaccinated? But
I don't think he
he's
was
pushing
at the
this-
time.
I think he's pushing this... Well, he's pushing the whole unvaccinated line now and try to get the people who don't want to have mandates and who don't want to get vaccinated. He wants to get their votes coming into the federal election. So anyway, Clive got COVID... and he claims he was only 5 hours away from dying before the intervention of US specialists and the use of controversial drugs saved him. So he got COVID. He had to go to the Pindara private hospital on the Gold Coast. He had breathing difficulties. He had the Delta variant of COVID, which is quite dangerous. He was also diagnosed with double pneumonia, but refused to go onto a ventilator, advised by the doctors, and instead he escaped from hospital, he reckons.
Goodbye, he escaped from hospital.
He escaped from hospital and returned to his mansion on Sovereign Island, where he called US specialists by Zoom. They fast-tracked him with ivermectin and the hydroxychloroquine.
Yeah, that was the one that Trump used to talk about.
He said, I was 5 hours away from dying, and then all of a sudden, 10 hours later, I was feeling better and I was back to normal.
Isn't that just generally the experience of COVID, that it's really horrible for a lot of people for sort of 24 hours? Isn't that what you felt, Fitz? And then it's eased up?
Well, no, it was... Well, for most people, yeah, it's a couple of days. For me, it was like 2 or 3 days, and now I'm feeling a lot better. I've still got a little bit of...
I'm a bit blown away by the gamble of life to go, all right, I'm in hospital with the best care possible in this country. I reckon I'll go home and jump on Zoom. I'm going to call a couple of people that might have a few other methods. Hold your ventilator. I'm out of here.
Hydroxychloroquine, which is... I didn't know how quickly could you get that, but then I also realised that, remember, Clive was the one that imported 39 million doses of the anti-malarial drug, remember? And then they didn't approve
eat it, yeah.
And they had to burn it all.
He was stuck with the stock. Remember, there were people dying, though, because... Where was it? It could have even been in China, where they started making their own ethanol, which obviously goes into your fuel, which is a very dry product, I think. They started drinking that, thinking, because someone had leaked the idea that this will knock COVID on the head. They died. They all died.
I still remember the press conference where Donald Trump was asking... Remember he was asking the experts, why don't we bleach? Why don't we do bleach from the inside, and that would get rid of it?
All right.
Miss that guy.
Who's going to step up first? Guys, we're going to do a team bleaching. We've got a couple of leaders over here. Tommy, I reckon you're up first, mate. What's the scientific proof this works? We have none. Come on, guinea pig.
Tommy, you already do a bit of bleaching, but it's in other areas of your body.
And in small quantities, that's fine. And that really helps him and his community.
Thanks for not judging me.
Two people enter. Only one leaves.
Lock the door!
There's 60 seconds. What? On the clock.
Time to dance.
It's time to play Last Man Standing. Experience Oppo with the A54s smartphone and Enco X earphones.
Visit oppo.com/au.
We've got Michelle back from yesterday in Wollongong. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, how you going?
Good, Michelle.
Yeah, good. Yeah, you got spanked yesterday, didn't you, Michelle? You didn't even
What?
get to answer one question.
No, I didn't.
No. Well, it's your turn to go first today, but you've got to get through Tanya in Georges Hill. Good morning, Tanya.
Good morning, folks. How are we?
Yeah, we're good, Tanya. You got a big weekend planned, have you?
Yeah, I've got a big weekend planned with sleeping in.
Sleeping in. That is exactly what we all need. Good luck this morning, Tanya.
Crave sleep.
Yeah, I
Well,
know,
Tanya,
man. I'm
you could
feeling
be
you.
sleeping in with your Oppo A5 4S smartphone and Enco X earphones. That's the tech bundle that you both play for today. Michelle, you're going first. You get one wrong. Power goes over to Tanya. Whoever has the power at the end of 60 seconds gets that great prize. Michelle, your 60 seconds starts now. Which Australian tennis player recently announced her retirement?
Ash Barty.
That is correct. What is the common name for the Academy Awards?
The Oscars?
Yes, that is correct. Who voiced the character Dory in the film Finding Nemo?
Ellen?
Yeah, Ellen is correct. True or false? Cynophobia is a fear of dogs.
False.
Oh, it's true. Over to Tanya. Tanya, Kevin, Nick and Joe are members of which famous boy band?
Is it Jonas Brothers?
That is correct. How many herbs and spices are used in KFC's secret recipe, Tanya?
11?
Yes. In what country would you find Mount Everest?
Nepal.
Tanya,
Yes.
you've got it. You've got it. You've nailed it. You've got a big weekend of sleeping in there. You've got the tech bundle from Oppo as well. Congratulations, Michelle. Thank you for coming back. Strong start, Mish Mish. But unfortunately, Tanya's got
Thank
it.
you. Thanks so much, guys. That's awesome.
You're a superstar. Have a great weekend, guys. Riddle, 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 yeah, riddle, yeah, riddle, 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 riddle time. It is your Friday, guys. We're doing a little bit earlier this morning. We welcome all those that enjoy Riddle on a Friday. We are streaming live on the Fitzy and Whipper Facebook page. We also welcome anybody that might like to call the show and have a crack at a riddle this morning. I've already kicked into Mandy's voice, assuming she'll ring through. Prizes in the pulse, Mandy. Let's go with an easy one. I thought because it's been a bit of a wet, dark week, I'd start with a very easy one. Here we go. What has 4 fingers and a thumb but isn't alive?
Kit Kat.
No.
This radio show.
No.
Pretty good.
A glove.
Sarah Ann McGilvray, and that's why she's at the top of our games list here. Very easy one.
She's so
done a
far in
pew, pew,
front.
pew.
She's the first one to get to double figures. She's on 10.
Wow.
The next best is Tom on 3.
Okay.
Come
See
on.
you later, boys.
See you later, suckers. Here we go. The next riddle. You can have me, but not hold me. Gain me quickly and lose me just as fast. Treat me with care and I become great. When betrayed, I will break. What am I? There was a little bit in it. You were lost.
Distracted.
Yeah, you were distracted by the online content.
Yes.
I don't know what
Maybe
site
say it
you're on.
again.
Sure says, thanks for the invitation to share. You can have me, but not hold me. Gain me quickly and lose me just as fast. Treat me with care and I become great. When betrayed, I will break. What am I?
Courage?
Heart.
Not heart, not courage. But in the right area, Degreed, if you have the answer, I'll ask you to hold for those playing
Well,
here
Scott,
right now.
Scott on Facebook does say, Fitz.
Go ahead with your answer, Fitz.
Trust.
Bang, there it is. From the COVID bedroom in Balmain, he delivers the correct answer, celebrates as he sculls his water. He's got the second riddle right. Well done, buddy.
Yeah.
Here we go, the third riddle.
Oh, big welcome to Gal de Groot on the Facebook stream.
Blowing
Hello,
a
Mum.
gale.
No, she isn't, and no, you're not.
Let's move to this one. Some people eat me. Some use me to get to their point. I'm great at my job, but I have to be fired before I actually work. What am I?
I was going to say words, but
Not words, not a snack.
Sack.
No.
Well, is it a food, is it?
No. Well,
People eat me?
well, yes, it needs to be some kind of food.
have to be fired before you work. So it's not like a zip.
Yeah, I thought it was
Sack.
a gun.
Whoa.
Potato sack?
No. Close, Tom. It's not a gun.
Oh, but close to.
Some people eat me. Some use me to get to their point. I'm great at my job, but I have to be fired before I actually work. What am I?
Matt to grow.
Okay, that's...
Has been fired a few times.
I've never been fired.
Should have been.
There's a few people that are guessing whipper, which I presume is the same gag that Sarah just made.
Yeah, sorry guys.
I'm not laughing at the online community or Sarah this morning with that joke. A little bit.
This is a tough
Are
one.
we in the area?
You, Tom, was very close.
With gun, we're in the
So
area
is it
with gun.
it's not a... Nikki on Facebook might have it.
Nikki.
Bullet?
Yes, it is, Nick. Spot on. Some people
very
eat
good.
me.
Oh, yum.
The chocolate bullets,
Yum.
but I've got to be fired before I actually work. Absolute genius. And well done to Jess in the Riddle Time Factory.
Yeah, working
She's
hard.
really delivered it. She's taking a bow. We're so proud of you, and your family love you to pieces. We're not that fond of you, but...
I only just realised. With Fitzy and Whipper.
Oh! Can we talk about the hairstyle, Tom, that you have this morning after your cut? Is it an only just realised that your hairdresser's been ripping you off for years now?
No,
It's like yellow or something.
I only just realised, if anyone else uses Moroccan oil, I've only just realised that Moroccan oil will dye grey hair blonde.
Okay.
So I had to get it super short because I've accidentally turned a blondie.
Nobody else uses Moroccan oil
I
or
do.
frizz de smiz.
Oh, do you use it, Says?
Yeah, I told you that. It's great for the ends of your hair.
Okay, we're learning this morning. Here's one. My wife and I were talking about the white stuff that's on your apples when you've bought them. And you should always wash your apples no matter where you get them. And they said here, that I'm reading here, your apples can be frozen, snap frozen, for up to 12 months before they appear on your shelf at the supermarket. How's that? What? So what happens back to the white stuff on the apples is they're actually covered in wax, they're hot air dried, and then they're sent into cold storage. So when you're trying to wash your apples and that white stuff keeps appearing, it's the wax that's been put on the apples.
Is that why they taste so different? And really they do when you buy them from a market
Yeah,
or something where
farmer's
they've
market.
come fresh as opposed to supermarket.
I would say so, says. Like to think that it's just been out the back for 12 months.
That's amazing.
Then all of a sudden polished and fresh on the shelf. Only just
All right, let's-
realised.
I only just realised Matty has given us a call. What have you only just realised, Matt?
Morning, guys. Just only just realised watching Winnie the Pooh the other day. Eeyore is named Eeyore because of the sound he makes.
Yeah, it's Donkey, yeah?
Yes.
Matty, big moment for you. You've been a Winnie the Pooh fan for a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, good on you,
Yeah,
Matty. Well, the
I
penny's
suppose-
dropped. No judging in this segment, too. No judgment. No.
There's not. Well, I'm judging, to be honest with you. Christian in Camden. What have you only just realised, Christian?
I've got one for you, Fitz. The song Flame Trees from Cold Chisel.
Yes.
For years I was always singing he's a factory outer worker, and it never made sense to me until I heard him singing it live acoustically with his daughter, and it's a factory auto worker.
What part of the song is that? Have you got it there, Leonard? No. How does it go? Can you sing it, Christian?
I don't want to ruin your show by trying to sing on the show, but in the middle of it, he's something about being in love with a local factory outer worker.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So he's an auto worker, and it was
Okay.
excuse me, for years.
Okay, a lot of Cold Chisel fans listening this morning saying thank you for that, Christian.
Well done. Let's go to Philip now in Canley Heights. What have you only just realised, Philip?
Yeah, I only just realised that you're supposed to hang your toilet paper over instead of under so you don't get germs.
Well, I mean, really, supposed to? Come on. That's a heavy statement.
What do you mean? Is it one way better
That's
than the
what
other?
he's saying, that if it hangs down, then the poo particles don't go under it,
No,
maybe?
like overhand. You know how roll comes over.
Yeah, but if it's going the other way,
But if it's
it's not going to make any difference,
No,
is there?
it's
You don't
really
have germs on your wall.
So it doesn't touch the wall.
it shouldn't really touch the wall anyway, should it?
Sometimes
Just
it
the way it
does.
hangs.
I didn't
The
know.
way it hangs, sometimes it does.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a right and a
Actually-
wrong when you're stuffing the roll on.
No.
Tommy, just with the toilet paper as well,
Mm.
if we got an update, we had a great idea with some of the nicknames that we were getting on the show. Is there an update on putting that onto a roll of toilet paper?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, Fitz, because we're actually getting it made at the moment.
Wow.
And we will have these amazing nicknames and their explanations on rolls for people to win on the show.
Wow, new merch.
New merch.
Toilet paper.
Toilet paper.
Coming from us to your bum.
Yeah. Get
With-
white
with-
Fitzy on your bottom or whatever you could. That could be the strap line if you want.
From the show that's...
Stinks like.
yeah.
Well, gives you the...
Yeah. Okay.
It is.
What?
I mean, it just writes itself. That's it for us today. We'll see you Monday. Bye.
Oh, that stinks. All right, Vicky and Elwood, only just realised, Vic.
Hi, guys, and happy farewell to Tommy, too. I just realised that the word quarantine came from the Black Plague, which meant that you had to quarantine for 40 days. So it makes it quite fit for like COVID and stuff, too.
I can see the link for COVID, yeah, so I don't understand. Are you explaining the word quarantine comes from...
The Black Plague.
Yeah, I can understand why it's introduced. I'm still trying to work out where the words come from.
I'm just trying to work out if you're a close contact with the Black Plague. You had to isolate with your family
Yeah,
for
you
40
did.
days.
You did.
That is a long
Yeah,
time.
mate, that was the worst. The only thing that... No, it wasn't a fire that actually stopped it because that was hundreds of years later. But you back in the day, mate, they would come around with a truck, and if you had it, because that's where the song, a ring, Rosie, a tissue, we all fall down. And that was the Black Death.
The so in Italian, quarantina.
Yeah.
Vicky just say this, quarantina.
No, she didn't.
Yeah, she did.
The word quarantina means 40 days.
Oh.
So that's in Italian. So that's why it's called quarantine.
Quarantina.
Exactly, and
How
they
long
said
were you there for? Quarantina.
40 days. There you go. Join the dots.
And the original two to get it was a man called Quora, and Tina was the other one that got it.
Tina was the name of the bat.
Wow. Back to that loo paper.
I think we've summed that up.
Who's your winner this morning, guys?
well,
you need
it's
a
a
winner with
tough
those
one.
good
I
ones.
think you got to give it to Vicky. No one else made sense.
Well done, Vicky.
Hey, thanks, guys. Yeah.
I've got the most American story ever. Yeah, okay. It involves Mike Tyson, and we all know that Mike Tyson is not scared of anyone.
He think I'm scared of him.
Except that guy.
Yeah, he's talking about himself.
He think I'm scared of him.
So, Mike Tyson, all right, this is the most American story ever. Mike Tyson's with a group of mates at a Hollywood comedy gig, Sarah, right? Mm-hmm. So he's there with his mates. They've had a few joints. They're having a great time. And out of nowhere, a drunk guy, this is after the show's finished, a drunk guy comes up and he is approaching Mike Tyson and he's asking Mike Tyson for a rumble. He wants to fight him. Witnesses report the man said he wanted to upgrade his status by challenging Iron Mike, and he just wanted to be the baddest man on the planet. So he said, come on, get up. Let's go on. Let's have a fight. Let's have a fight. Mike Tyson does not move. He just sits in his seat, completely motionless, doesn't do anything. So after this guy's being told to leave, security come over and grab him. The guy pulls out a gun.
Oh, my God.
From his jeans and starts waving the gun around.
Jeez.
Everyone in the room hits the deck. Everyone's freaking out. The gun was cocked. He cocks the gun.
Yeah.
Everyone's hitting the deck. Mike Tyson doesn't move. The security guard's going, what are you doing? What are you doing? Put it down. The guy puts it back in his jeans, walks over to Mike. Mike Tyson gets up and gives him a hug. And the security guard goes, there you go. And the bloke gets up and walks out of the comedy club.
How random.
completely disarmed him with a hug because Mike Tyson had so many gummies. He could not
He
move.
couldn't get down.
He could not fight. He could hardly breathe. He was so off his head, and he's thrown out a hug.
There are so many guns in America that anyone can just pull them out any time. And now it's normality that when a gun comes out, you go, oh, my God, he's got a gun, hit the deck. Oh, now he's put it away. Give him a hug and off he goes.
Isn't that extraordinary? But who's going to a comedy club, and it makes me nervous. I would be nervous if I was a stand-up comedian to know that someone's bringing a gun to the show. If this isn't a good set, if this joke bombs, there's a chance there's a bullet coming my way.
Actually, it's not a bad idea, Tommy.
Yeah.
From next week, can we bring a gun into the studio?
If anyone goes for a one-liner.
So, if people are starting to struggle on the show, we're going to have to pull the curtain around and see you later. That's it.
Off you go.
Lights, camera, clarity.
Ooh, Sarah. Inspired by the true crime story that shocked the world. Elle Fanning stars in The Girl from Plainville. Premiering March 30, only on Stan.
In the top 3 trending stories in entertainment this morning, number 3, Charlie Puth has new music. Problem is, the song is about the worst breakup of his life and he cannot sing it without having a breakdown.
I never told people what happened to me and the pain that I went through going through the worst breakup of my life. In 2019, I just wanted to throw it under the carpet and just start over and surround myself with better people. But this is the hardest song that I ever had to put together.
Oh, the Puthinator.
I know, it makes you sad. It's probably quite therapeutic, but lovely.
Who did Poothie break up with? Deirdre.
No,
Selena Gomez.
Selena Gomez.
It was Selena Gomez.
Well done, Fitz.
Yeah,
But that's-
Guzmani's sister.
That's right.
That might be the relationship he's referring to. We don't know.
Puth Pirate and the,
All right.
and the Guzmani.
At number 2, guys, Pete Davidson.
I'll have your burrito.
We've moved on.
Sorry.
That's enough. Pete Davidson's mum wants Kim Kardashian to have his baby. This is weird.
Huh?
So a fan put up on a website. Kim posted this picture of the two of them together. A fan has written she will be pregnant with his child by the end of the year. Pete Davidson's mum has written yay. And then quickly deleted it a few hours later. Clearly after Pete called her and said, Mum, get off Instagram.
Yeah,
Awkward.
but she's obviously that's where he gets his humour from. It's all a bit of a laugh.
No,
Don't look into it too
it's
much.
not.
No, I think they're
One piece of advice, Pete. Get out now. The building's burning.
Sorry, it's not them. Pete is not a straight shooter either.
I know that says. And I didn't approve of what he did with the message to Kanye, I'm in bed with your wife.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cheap. But the Kardashians burn men.
Did you
I've
see
said
the
it, mate.
video?
I'll go there. I don't care.
Who was it? Travis Scott and Kylie Jenner, and they had a birthday party for the kids, and you could see
yes.
Kanye arguing in the background with Kris Jenner. It was quite funny.
Yeah, he looked good though, didn't he? He was quite ripped in a singlet the whole bit. But yeah, I mean, she had a mask on, so you couldn't quite lip read. It just looked a bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, right, okay.
As it would be after he called her Kim Jong-un or whatever.
That's right.
Chris Jong-un.
Whoops.
Yeah, very awkward. Finally, my favourite interviews this week. Sandra Bullock is everywhere promoting this new film. She and Channing Tatum are in it together. She has, the two of them have revealed the first time they met, and it wasn't on a movie set as you might think. It was actually in the principal office at their kids' school.
We have two very, very, very strong-willed little girls that, at that young age, were very much button heads.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
We'd get calls, and I'm like, please let it be Everly. Please,
Please let it be
the one to
Lila.
lie
I
down.
would just be like, of all the people to fight with their daughter.
Funny.
Yeah, when your little girls are fighting. He did also go on to say if you're hanging for Magic Mike 3, he is going to strip off, but he's going all natural, guys.
I'm not going to do waxing this time. I think we're going to change with the times. And
Wow.
I don't think, no, you don't need to be naked, you don't need to look like a Chinese crested, hairless cat or something,
Right.
to be sexy anymore. That's kind of a thing of the old.
Okay. So she's just going to let the old...
He's going to let it grow.
Why not?
Has he got a new girlfriend, sir?
He's with Zoe Kravitz.
Oh,
They've
yeah.
been together for a while. He was with Jessie J for a while, and then he's been with Zoe Kravitz for a little while because he was at all the
She's
premieres.
brilliant. Interesting one yesterday. If you saw, guys, DC, David Campbell and Belinda, they have the show on Channel 9 that comes on at 9 o'clock. Bryan Adams. I'm a big Bryan Adams fan. Like, I think his voice, I love his husky voice. Just great music.
He's just written some great love songs. Like, he just knows how to get to a woman's heart, doesn't he?
Doesn't
Evan,
he? That's exactly right. He's mastered the art of unlocking the heart through lyrics. What else you got in there on Bryan?
Cheesy lyrics, but geez, they're good.
I remember the smell of your skin. I remember everything. Quote, Bryan Adams.
Yeah.
Reminds me of you, Says.
Thanks, buddy.
Oh, here he is from Robin Hood, the movie.
I mean, this was a big one from the... And this was the... look, a lot of people would disagree with me, but I think this was the best Robin Hood movie of all time with Kevin Costner.
Yeah. Well, I think that's why people love the song, because Kevin Costner is sexy as, not because Bryan Adams is.
Says, this song made the movie. Without this song, and apparently he wrote the song and then the record label said, it's rubbish. And he went, no, it's not. I'll release it myself if you don't. And then Robin Hood picked it up as well. Remember the footage? And it was like that first time we've seen the angle of the arrow. It was like there was a GoPro on the arrow. It was shot from the bow and flying through the forest. Then skewered some guy in the neck. Got him. It was Bryan.
Yeah,
that was amazing.
Many
that was
bodies.
great, great directing. Hey, please forgive me. Have you ever really loved a woman?
Great question.
I mean, that's a big call to anyone. Have you ever really
loved a woman?
Put that into a song.
I've said
Brian
that to Tom a few times.
Yeah, and the answer is absolutely I have. And my middle name is Brian, might I add.
Oh, yeah, of course your dad's name is Brian.
Similar.
Brian's a bit of a dick.
Diva would be
diva
better.
is the word I was looking for. That's why I stumbled through it, Says. This was him yesterday when interviewed with David Campbell and Belinda Russell. Have a listen.
1969, though, it was a pretty big year in history. The moon landing, Woodstock, but you were just a kid back then. So what is the story behind Summer of 69?
I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about the new album. That's why I'm here.
Sure, well, let's talk about it. I mean, Happy It Hurts is out. It's officially out. We were listening to it before. It's a great song.
The scrounge around to recover the interview.
She's so good that she just kind of pivots and
we've all
goes
been
with it.
there.
Whereas you can see David Campbell and you hear her, he's not into it.
Yeah, he's moved on. It was
DC was pissing himself laughing. That's what I was like. That's what I was like. Because you know what? It was like you with Bruce Willis when he shuts you down and you go, okay, next question.
I was taken back. Don't get me wrong, I was taken back. But I didn't think Bryan needed to go there because we love you, Bryan, for those reasons. So, God, if you're sick of people celebrating. But then, great example. He didn't want to talk about that anymore. I was blown away. Tones, right? Tones and I. And we love Tones and I. This song here, we all love. And how long's she been performing this song for?
A couple of years only.
Couple of years, right? Not like Summer of 69 for good old Bryan Adams. But when Tones was talking to Smallzy the other night, she had this to say.
Good for me. Like, I wrote that song on my own, not trying to do a single thing. And it happened. But I don't want to, just trying to chase, that song. Like, I loathe that song a lot of the time. Like, a lot of the times I don't want to sing it. I'm not going to write another song like it. I just want to tell people how I'm feeling.
She's over the song.
Well, no, what she means by that, it's so good that you do loathe it because you can't, you know what, and the record company always asks you, can you write another dance, mate? You can't.
I just, you do look at bands who have a hit song and 20 years later the crowd is still cheering for that one song.
I mean, there's no greater example than the other day at the Sony Wharf Award, first act up, Daryl, who rolls out a new song, then a couple of his well-known, but everyone's there for one song.
Yeah, and then he walked off
leans into
stage.
it.
He walked off stage, and then Richard Wilkins said, hang on a minute, Daryl, we know you for the horses, get back here. And he punched it out and the crowd went wild.
Yes. There's nothing like flogging a dead horse, is it?
Or buying a plastic one for charity reasons at the end of the day.
Fitzy and Whippers.
Double studs at openings.
Don't make me tell you again.
You do what?
Graduate with hands-on, job-ready skills that employers are desperately looking for. Search TAFE New South Wales and make the switch today.
All right, here we go,
How good
guys.
is this? $500 up for cash. I'm loving this. All you got to do is we're going to describe a job profession to you. You just got to pick the job profession and $500 and a mystery prize is up to you.
How exciting is that, guys? So you can take that $500 or go for that mystery prize. So we welcome Adam in Penrith. Hello, Addy.
G'day, how you doing, guys?
We're pretty good, Adam, this morning. What do you do for work?
I work as a claims consultant for insurance.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, a little bit different to what I've got here. So there's your first clue, but I'm going to give you another one. The first official clue is I often help out putting things to bed.
A nurse.
No, it's not a nurse. Thank you, Adam, for playing. Have a great weekend. Steph in Camden, what do you do for work?
I'm a childcare educator.
Okay, it's not that, so there's another clue. You've got the first one I gave to Adam. I often help out and I put things to bed. What about this one? I can help maintain your bush.
Gardener.
We're going to give it to you, yes.
Yes.
Steph, I'm sorry about the bush reference. I just read it for the first time then.
Oh, rubbish.
And thought I'm...
It's well tamed. That's all that matters.
Steph, very good. You've got $500, or you can go for the mystery prize this morning. What do you want to do?
Mystery prize, please.
Mystery prize is what we're going to do. 500's gone, says.
Oh, good choice. An Apple MacBook Air valued at $1,300.
Wow, Steph. Congratulations. How good is that?
Really good. Thank you guys so much.
All right, you'll never forget that moment, Steph. Okay, graduate with hands-on job-ready skills that employers are desperately looking for. Search TAFE New South Wales and make the switch today, guys.
The Fitzy and Whipper Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.